What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about what we could see from Marvel Spider-Man 2 at the PlayStation Showcase. So let's just kind of go over some predictions. And to start right out, let me just say, I think it's going to kind of be everything. You know, this has been a game, obviously, everybody's looking forward to. This is the big game, though, of the showcase, right? Whether it's the opening, the closing, it's been years since we last saw it. Obviously, comes out in 3, 4, 5 months. It's super, super close, and it's super big. It's got to kind of go all in. So I guess there's a world where they show very little, and then over the next couple months, right, they start kind of rolling out the red carpet. That's definitely possible, but I do think they're going to go all in on it and show a bunch of different things. So number one, and let's actually start at the end here, I think they're going to give the release date. So, whatever they end up showing, we'll talk about that in just a second, but they'll end the trailer and the gameplay segment with the release date. And I'll make the prediction. I do think it's going to be September. Tony Todd had said a few weeks back that he was told that the game was going to launch in September. Now, delays are definitely possible, but you could say, why should you go based off Tony Todd? I mean, he's in it, and he was probably told that. He was probably also told not to say it, and he said it anyway. So I do think September is that internal target. But, you do have Starfield, you do have Mortal Kombat. September is quickly becoming huge, and it could become even bigger if Spider-Man came out. If it's going to be September, I think we'll get that release date. So at the end of whatever they end up showing, I think we'll get the release for Spider-Man 2. Then what we would actually see. So, just a kind of a blanket statement, and I want to go into specifics. I think some sort of story trailer makes a lot of sense. Because the trailer we got, it's great, but it's pretty short. It sets the stage for some things, but it doesn't set the entire stage of the entire game. So I do think some sort of encompassing story trailer that you can kind of go over, okay, here's what you go through the entire game. And then, now, that's one thing. So story trailer, maybe 2.5 minutes. I do think you'll get gameplay. Now, I guess, again, that's where that divide splits. It's possible they would just show, say, a trailer, and then you would get the release day at the end, and that would be it. Again, I think they're going to go all in, so I think you would also get some sort of gameplay presentation. Now, they've done this before. They did this for Marvel Spider-Man, the original 2018, and we got a couple of different gameplay segments. So for that game, we got a boss fight in a sense. We got swinging around. We got handling enemies. We got an outside mission. We got an inside mission. We got a fair amount of stuff, and I think those were two different E3s or two different presentations for Marvel Spider-Man 2018. Now, obviously, they only have one. See, that's the thing. For all of these past Sony games, you've had multiple years. You could do like an 8-minute gameplay one year, and then something very different, still gameplay, but something just a different kind of gameplay the year later. There's no second chance for Spider-Man 2 here. You show as much as humanly possible, I guess, here, and then over the next coming months, you can show a little bit more, but this is going to be, I'd say, the meat of it. So for the gameplay, here's what I'm thinking. Two different things I think they have to focus on. Number one, if there's any new part of the map, you would focus on that. Actually, maybe even let me extend that. Anything vastly new, kind of the selling point of Spider-Man 2, that's what you show. Because we all love the first game, or at least you'll like it. I'm not going to tell you what to think about it, but, it's obviously very highly praised. But you're not going to show something that's the exact same thing as the first game. There has to be some sort of new selling point. I'm sure there's plenty of things that are new selling points, but those are the things you focus on. So if there's a new portion of the map, you would show that. If there's new mechanics for web swinging, you would show that. Now, I do think web swinging just would be in there, period. If there's a switching of characters, now I've talked about this before, if there's a GTA style, you can play as Miles, and then you pull out, and then you pop into Peter. If that is a mechanic, which I think would be very smart, and I think would honestly make a lot of sense for a game like this, I think you show that as well. And if there's like a mission that one of them can do, maybe the other one can't do, you would show that in a gameplay segment. And then mix in the rest. So again, like the web swinging, but you have them fight an enemy, or like a gang, a certain kind of gang. Maybe you can label them, right? So just things to kind of give us a sense of, okay, what are we going to be doing in the game? You could show a story mission. Now, again, the original, or 2018, they did show story missions for that game in just the basic gameplay that they gave us. So it wouldn't be all that out of left field for them to do something like that. But I just think even free roaming, you stop a crime, you pull out, say you're playing as Miles, you see some new ways maybe he can fight or whatever. You pull out, you put us into Peter. He's in a different part of the map. You swing around, you do something else, right? And you can connect it to that story trailer. But, again, I don't think you have to go too hard on the story as long as you have a trailer. If you just do gameplay with no extra trailer, which would sound weird if they actually did that, then maybe you do go more heavy in the gameplay and you do like a main mission for the game. So that's what I would honestly expect. And, again, I guess by percentage of the showcase, I think Spider-Man 2 would be the biggest percent. It's not going to take most of the showcase, right? So the showcase, let's just say it's 70 minutes long. I'm not saying Spider-Man 2 is 30, 40, 50 minutes long, but I think if you show 10 minutes with both the gameplay and the trailer for Spider-Man 2, I don't think there's another game that's shown that is also 10 minutes, right? So by percentage, I think Spider-Man 2 is going to be the biggest thing at the showcase. And I guess one final prediction, I said this on a podcast earlier today, I actually think it'll be the opening. You could do anything you really want. It could be the opening, that would be incredible. You could do the closing, that would be incredible. You could do the middle of the showcase, that would be incredible as well. You just drop it like whenever you feel like it, right? I think it's the game everybody's kind of going there for. You may have your and I have my personal favorites, and there's games I want to be there, and that would be surprises, and if there's a game that's there that is a surprise for me, I may like it more than Spider-Man, but to not kid ourselves, and for PlayStation to not kid themselves, this is the game. So to me, it makes the most sense. Just open up on it. Give us those 10 minutes. Get people incredibly pumped. And then say, hey, guess what? We have more than just Spider-Man 2. And here we go. Here, we'll show it to you. That, I think, would make for a really good showcase. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed. I will be co-streaming the event. So if you guys want to watch it live with me, we'll be doing that next week. Okay? Thanks for watching. And I'll see you all on the next one.